सुहृन् मित्रार्युदासीन मध्यस्थद्वेष्य बंधुषु साधुष्वपि च पापेषु sambuddhirvishishyate. Hello friends, this is the ninth shlok of the sixth chapter of Bhagavad Gita, and today we will understand this shlok in detail. So let's first go over its meaning. So the shlok says, Suhrin mitraryudasina, which means well-wisher, friend, noble, dispassionate. Madhyastha Dveshya Bandhushu, which means neutral between enemies and friends. Sadhushvapi cha papeshu, which means and also between sages and sinners. Samabuddhir vishishyate, which means the one with steady intellect is special. So, in this shlok, Shri Krishna is continuing to describe the characteristics of a person who has control over his mind. And he tells Arjun that such a person is a well wisher of all, he is a friend of all, he is noble in his conduct, and he is dispassionate towards everything. He maintains neutrality between those whom are his enemies and who are his friends. And he also maintains neutrality between the sages and the sinners. And he maintains a steady intellect, and this way he becomes a special person. So, over here, what we have to understand is that a person who has control over his mind, or a wise person, actually is the one who wishes well for everyone, which includes his enemies and his friends, which includes the people who are sages and the ones who are sinners. And what we have to understand in this shlok in terms of the message is to understand what does it mean to be wishing well for all. So typically what people think when they say that wishing well for all, for your enemy and also for your friends, means that you should be a person who follows pacifism, like it's been mentioned in Bible, wherein it said that if someone slaps you on one of your cheek, then you should put your second cheek also in front. So many times people think that this message of Gita, that you should be friends with your enemy and also with your friends, means that you should follow the path of extreme non-violence, wherein you are completely pacifist. Well, that is not really the case with Gita, because as we will see that Arjun is going to be fighting with the Kurus. So that is definitely not the case over here, that Shri Krishna is telling Arjun to be a pacifist, to love your enemies and also your friends, and so he should become a pacifist. That's not the case. Now the case over here is to really understand what it means to be meaning well for everyone, what it means to be wishing the good for everyone. So we can understand it based on the example of two teachers. Let's imagine two teachers, wherein one teacher is the one who punishes her students whenever her students perform a bad thing, while the second teacher is the one who does not really punish her students, because she feels that these kids are very cute and so it is bad if I will punish them. So in these two situations, whom do you think is the teacher who actually means well for her students? So definitely Gita will say that it is the first teacher who means well for her students, because she is punishing those students who are performing bad things. And if these students are not disciplined now, then when they will grow up, then they will face a lot of problems. So it is the first teacher who is actually the one who means well for the students, and not the second one. The second one is basically the one who is attached. The second one is the teacher who is not really maintaining a neutral outlook. She is attached to her students, and therefore she lacks the courage to be tough on them. So that is what is the message over here in terms of Gita being saying that the one who is wise, he loves both his enemies and his his friends, but that does not mean that he is pacifying. He basically confronts his enemy not because he he hates them. He confronts his enemies because he loves them and he means well for them, and he is basically confronting them for the enemy's good itself. Similarly, if such a person sees that his friend is performing something which is not good, then he will not take his favor over others. He will remain neutral. Such a person also sees sages and sinners with the same eye. He knows that there is the same divinity which is present inside both of them, and the difference between them is just the difference of how much knowledge they have with regards to themselves. So he sees everybody with the same eye. There is the same divinity present inside all of them, and he even if he is fighting or he is confronting for the good of the other, not really because he hates the other person. So there is a very subtle message over here, and we should all understand that, because there is a lot of confusion that has been created, wherein people think that if you love your enemy, that means that you should not fight them, and if he slaps on your one cheek, then you should put your second cheek also in front. That is not the message that Gita mentions, because in Gita, Shri Krishna is telling Arjun that, go and fight this war. So this is something that we have to understand. I hope that I have explained this shlok well to you. With that, I will close this video. I will see you all in the next video. Take care.